me and Alex we basically grew up in the same neighborhood. And so it's a part of Chicago that no one really sees because
what neighborhood?
It's still a little village neighborhood. It's 26th Street, like South Lawndale, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of like in its own little like enclave because it's surrounded like geographically by like the trains and like Cicero and
the highways.
The highways, exactly.
Okay.
But it's a neighborhood that's really, really important to both the city and the Chicagoans in general. But you just don't hear things about it, even though, like, I remember a few years ago there was an article in the Tribune that had 26th Street, which is the main street there, it's the second highest grossing neighborhood or street.
Commercial
street.
Oh, really?
Aside from Michigan Avenue, that strip makes more money than any other strip in the whole city.
Wow.
But you don't hear about it because whether it's racially motivated or whatever.
Right.
The stories from there just aren't told.
Yeah.
And this is a story that we feel is things that we know. This is a story that people could relate to, even if you're not from the neighborhood. It's a story, everyone knows someone who's gone through, someone's loss or just indecision. Like, what do you do? Everyone's been young once, and it's gone through that indecision.
And then you also shine a light a little bit on that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very much focused on it. We just never really seen stories coming out of there, even though you see a lot of kids with a lot of potential, and a lot of, very creative, and it's just not enough inspiration and motivation coming from there. So they need it,
Well, so did you guys know each other growing up or not?
No.
Okay.
We have a lot of the same friends.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like,
yeah,
we do. I'm a couple of years older, but it turns out that we know a lot of the same people, like friends of friends of friends.
Yeah. And so getting back to film, it must help a lot to kind of know where each other's coming from and collaborate on projects together. And when you have a lot of the common
I can just
denominators,
tell
right?
them, hey, just go shoot this over by the tracks, and
Exactly
you'll know
what
where
you're
I'm
talking about.
Exactly.
We already know the locations. We're location scouts because we already know our neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And you know people, and I hate to say it, but like, yes, if you come from certain backgrounds, and you've more likely than not have gone through the same things, especially in the neighborhood that we've grown up. And so, that in itself, there's already an instant bond. It's like, okay, he knows what I'm talking about. We've gone through similar situations.
And then also having worked together.
Working together on a film set, those bonds are really like hard to break, or just creating those bonds. It's almost like going to war, where you're just stuck in a foxhole with certain people for an extended amount of time, and there's a lot of pressure, and you're working hard, and people are yelling, and you don't take things personally, and you just, you have to have each other's back.
So you're working toward a common goal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great. Well, we're winding down here, but before we finish, I see a tattoo over there, Liz. I've got to ask you about it.
Of what? What are you talking about?
What's the story there?
Oh, this? I got this tattoo of a film strip. Basically, when I took 2 years off of college,
You want to hold that up a little bit for everybody to see? There we go. It's a film strip.
It's a film strip. It's basically reaffirmed that I wanted to do film for the rest of my life. That I took 2 years. I wanted to be a director for a long time, and I never thought about anything else. And when I reached the point, like, do I want to do that? And this pretty much was this. It sealed my fate that this was pretty much film was all I wanted to do.
Wow, so some guys get their girlfriend's initials burned into their arm.
Oh,
right?
no
You
names.
went the film stripper out.
Well, maybe I'll get Alex Armando by my heart.
That'd be so sweet.
You have
I'm sorry.
You haven't yet? Come on.
Well, let's just go right now after the show.
What are you
They have
doing?
your initials on their chest. Come on.
I got them already in Old English. So.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I got my little Snoopy tattoo there.
All right. What's up for you?
Just
heading back to LA, right?
Heading back to LA. I don't know. We'll see. A friend of mine's getting ready to shoot a feature. He also shoots a show for Cartoon Network, and I've worked on that. And the same friend of mine, also a Chicago guy, has a movie that they're trying to shoot like in February, March, in LA, and then possibly in Thailand. So that'll be interesting if I get to go.
Oh, that'd be neat.
So yeah.
Will it be a big challenge shooting in a foreign country?
Yeah, I mean, you deal with all of their rules and laws, and then it's not like we're going to be able to take everyone with us, and then there's equipment issues, and you're in a foreign land, like, you think you know things about Bangkok, but I'm sure there's things that you don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will after he goes
there. I've heard a bunch of them. Yeah. That's great. In 30 seconds or less, how would you tell filmmakers in Chicago that life in LA is different?
You know where you're coming from, work hard, be cool with everyone, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So just do what you know how to do, right?
Exactly.
Put your head down and work hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, you guys, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for joining.
Well,
thank you for having us.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. And so for Armando and Alexander and Louis, thank you so much for joining us. Again, this has been the Chicago Movie Scene. I'm your host, Chad Meyer. Have a fantastic night, and we'll catch you next time.
Another summer is wasted away. Slept by in the prime of your life. You're chasing it day by day. It feels like you're falling behind. So you wanna know if you've got what it takes. Wanna know if God's giving out breaks to the hard-working, honest man, daring to believe. He'll get on top of the world, get on top of this land. It's time for you to take a stand, 'cause you've got everything it takes locked inside of you. Believe in yourself, believe you're the best. Commit yourself to nothing less than delivering all your strength to make your dream come true. Oh yeah, Now there may be a storm ahead. You've gotta ride it out. Been there again and again. Pick yourself up off the ground. You've got the desire and you've got the intent. Plan to make it a major event. A testament to what you are, so everyone can see.